Alright. I should be live on YouTube now. Yeah. Basically, I got bored and I wanted to go through a lot of the MSI games. But I also kind of wanted it recorded so that I can like look back on my thoughts and stuff, and actually have them solidified. Some games I have seen, like I've seen this first series already, and there was a few thoughts and things that I had along the way. And then other games I have not seen, like I have not seen the second series of today. The T1 games, I've seen like a little bit of it, but like probably no more than a couple minutes. My broadcast. Okay, well that's not what I wanted. Just give me a moment to fuck around with this. Drag this to my other screen. Because I did set up the custom thumbnail and name, but for some reason that's gone. MSI. It's around 1. I'll put thumbnail. And it should be this, and then save. Okay. Is that better now? Okay. It's fixed. Cool. Cool. We can close that. Alright. So I started here. Okay. So the first thing about this is whenever you see a jinx, that is a huge indication that there is going to be a lane swap. So they first pick the Nautilus, that's alright, and they reply with Senna Tom Kench. As you see later in this thing, or later in this match, I think Tom Kench is I think Senna and Tom Kench-ish, what's up Funky FO? What's up Nate, why are you here? I think Senna is a really, really good answer to the lane swap, because she can just free farm souls and reach like a breakpoint. Anyways, I think Senna is a good answer. Whether or not they intended for that to be a good answer, I'm not quite sure. PSG really lucked into like a pretty good draft, especially to the thing. Just at work and saw your streaming. Thanks. Number 1 fan. Keep making those salads, big man. Anyways. Yeah, they couldn't have known that it was into the lane swap because it is there. So they're just slamming it right away. Yeah, they go into the second round. They ban like the Poppy and the Viego. I don't know. Like a bunch of like this stuff is like really weird. I also love XD gaming. They get the Azir, which is insane, and they pick the Rumble, which is a bit odd, considering that it is into the lane swap. Rumble historically, well, not historically. Rumble is really bad into the lane swaps because he wants to get a lead during the laning phase, and the lane swap sort of counters that because then he's laning 2v1. Anyways. Then the Sejuani comes in. They want the Sejuani for the early pressure and to like ensure that the lane swap goes well. And then they pick the Urgot and just kind of thinking that it can, lane 1v2 pretty alright. Alright, we're just trying to speed ahead to the game. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to lower. Turn down the volume. So yes, we see the Jinx over here. I wish they would actually show the map. Okay. So they are starting pretty standard. It looks like Junjia is going to start on his Raptors. They also positioned here because then they could get like a ward and learn like which side they are on. One big thing that I've heard a lot from the last lane swap, because I did not watch in the last lane swap meta, but I have been like trying to learn about it, is to spot out the lane swap, you kind of need to invade his 5 early and figure out what side of the map they're on. Right. So they're just kind of like standard positioning, and they are going to go for the lane swap. Junjia walks down. Okay. And they have no info on the Sejuani who is starting Raptors. They did get the ward on here, so they know that Sejuani is not on the Raptors their side. I'm unsure what Rumble is doing now. I think they are going for like a level 1 gank mid lane. Or maybe they're just trying to get ward on red, but they have wards on the entrance to the jungle, so they could like slink past there. But they know they're 2v1 laning. They are going for the level 1 gank, but they got the late ward onto the Raptors. So they know that Jarvan is bot side now. Blue side knows. And they spotted the Rumble coming down. Yeah, Jensen knows, or should at least know, that he's here, because he was not spotted topside, and then he was spotted walking down. So now he can play full topside of the lane because he knows that Jarvan is not spotted on Raptors or crossing down. So they know that Jarvan's on the bottom side of the map, and now Rumble's on the bottom side of the map. So now Whippo is like probably prepping for getting dove on the 3rd wave crash. And Spire comes to match it. And Bopo is level 2 here with E and Q. Oh, shit. Let me solve that. So he's hard to dive, even though they do have 4 members. Plus Inspires here. It's just difficult. Woody takes aggro. Yeah, it's hard. They can't dive it. They just have so much so much trade back potential with like Sejuani full abilities, and plus Bwipo has E and Q, so it's just difficult. They use TP up for Woody, but the important thing is that the Rumble is getting denied a lot of farm here and a lot of XP. Now what I do like about this though is that they sort of have like a double Senna fasting lane going on, where Senna can also fast with the Rumble and give the CS. So this is not the worst case scenario because they have 2 Senna fasting lanes. And I do really like this as an answer, where even if you get screwed over by the lane swap, the Senna can just sort of roam towards the Rumble or roam towards the lane that needs the help. Yeah. Because the important thing is that Senna gets the souls. And you'll see in this game, because of the lane swap, she's never under any real pressure. So she can just farm up souls as much as she likes. So Woody comes here, he catches the wave. They can't dive him because he's Tom Kench and he's level 3. And both junglers start full clearing up to the top side. Inspired also got a base off. Oh, he's going for the bot lane gank to cover Blippo. That's smart. Now they're in like sort of like an iffy situation. They are running out of minion waves, so they have to walk this way. Inspired is going this way. I would just assume that you just want to cut it off, but they also are probably in the feeling of if they do nothing, then they're winning, because they think, okay, we have a Talia, and there's not enough dive on the enemy team to deal with the Talia, and we have a Jinx who's just free farming up top lane and getting well ahead. So whatever they want to do is secondary to the point of they just want to scale. So they're just trying to neutralize the advantages and not create advantages right now. So rather than coin flipping and going for this, where they have the Rumble with TP, or the Rumble with Ignite and 2 abilities, which is probably E and now Q, they could probably, in the 2v2, probably die, but then burst down Blippo and then potentially get a kill on the Rumble, get him back in the lane, and get accelerated. And plus, they wouldn't lose any minions since it's a cannon wave, so they can't hard push. So they're just saying, alright, there's a chance that we trade 2 for 1 here, but for them, that might be worth it, because then the Rumble gets back in the game. We're just going to continue pressing our advantage by not letting up any advantage to them. So they're basically just freeing up Blippo. He can come back to the lane, start getting XP, and back off. They're pinging for the invade because Sejuani was swatted on bot side. So he's going to go for the crab here. Goes over to his red buff. Yeah, and the Talia is gone for the, what's it called? The Seraph's Embrace build, which means they just really don't want to fight. They're just heavy scaling. And Sejuani is just put out fire duty. Alright. Fly bot lane is recalling. And that causes the bot lane and top lane of PSG to recall, because they want to either match the lane swap again, or like keep farming equally. They see the TP come out from Blippo as they're walking out of base. So if they wanted to, they could send the Rumble up top lane, which probably would be better, because then you're laning Rumble into Blippo. Urgot, which means he can probably push an advantage there, and that's probably what they would like to do. Or they can lane swap the Tom Kench Senna up and try and play for Grubs, which they end up doing. I've seen a lot of people disagree with this play, but I think 6 Grubs is so important that it kind of makes sense. It kind of sucks because your Rumble is still getting like Omega behind, but he has Swifty Boots, he can catch waves, and he can like move to other waves and catch. There, back up. They see Inspired on the bot crab because of this, and they see Jensen here. They're looking for a pick because then they can move it into Dragon and Grubs, but they don't quite get Jensen, and then they see them going down. They want Rumble to catch this wave, so then they move Jarvan down, because there's potentially a dive with the Nautilus and the Sejuani. It's really big dive potential. Senna and Tom Kench just farming up top lane. Alright, now they're moving their jungler into the top side because they are on Dragon. They know they're not on they know they're on Dragon because they're not showing on either mid or bot waves. It's up and jungler is on bot side. So it's a pretty good educated guess. Rumble pushes out the wave. They start it. I guess Rumble is here to try and defend the blue side. I don't quite understand. Maybe he's moving up to see if more people show, and then he can walk up with the Swifty boots. But then Jinx shows on the bot wave, and then he just moves back down. And Nautilus shows mid, and then he just moves back down. They get the first 3 gubs for pretty much free. Dodgers the hook. Yeah. Looks like they're going to probably try and... Yeah, they swap the Rumble back into the top lane now. And then this allows the bottom lane to react and go top lane now. This is a good response by FlyQuest, because now Rumble can also like push with level 6 and try and like pressure the Urgot, but instead just neutralizing with the lane swap. They're looking for the dive. They get it. Inspired hit level 6. It's pretty hard to live that. They try counterplaying onto Blippo, but this is the power of the Urgot. It just neutralizes. Defend the turret. Alright, now they've moved their bot lanes into mid lane, because they now have pressure in the bot lane where they can, what's it called? Try and like break the mid turret. So they have to like move and respond to that. They get mid prio, and then on this timing, they're going to try and walk into here and get wards on the grubs. PSG wants to play for the second grub spawn because, one, Tom Kench is pretty far ahead. He's first item here. And then also Azira's first item. They're just pretty strong relative to the side of FlyQuest. Talia is not first item. The jungler is first item, but that's less important. Yeah, Nautilus is on Ionian boots and like a what's it called, cloth armor. It's just not super great. Rumble has ultimate. Rumble is walking up again, where he's doing the thing where he's like walking up, seeing if people show, and then he will move over if it is, and if not, he's just gonna go bot. And now they're just gonna like fight over the river and see what's going on. FlyQuest obviously doesn't want to give over the 6 grubs. Buppo has TP. They try and catch up Maple. He flashes. I've seen people say you should have just thrown the R blind. I don't really think it matters. I think Sejuani Q moves faster than R, and I think that's the thought, is it gives you less time because Sejuani Q is faster. But they get Maple's flash for Sejuani R. And now Sejuani's ult is down, and they can't really fight the grubs. They give it. Rumble, if we go back, if we watch Rumble during all this, he sees that Boppo is pushing in, and he has to respond to this, or else Boppo is going to take 3 turrets here, or 3 plays here, and probably take the turret. So he walks over, ults the wave, backs up, sees if he is needed anywhere. He isn't. Boppo is staying. Now this is the rough part of he has no TP. Boppo does have TP. And this is like why the lane swap is so good, because Rumble has not gotten an advantage, which is like the point of picking Rumble. And now he is down a summoner spell of TP. And now he's just kind of waiting it out. He's very, very neutralized. Yep, and now Boppo TP's up into the top lane. Maple has no flash. How dare people walk on the sidewalk? Yeah, they TP Boppo up. Maple has no flash. He does have R. So it should be pretty much a free kill. He dashes in, trying to trade 1 for 1. He just dies. Yep, that's good. It's still on the ward that Inspired placed earlier from trying to do that. Catch out before grubs. It's a good cross-map play while Genji is on Dragon, but... Woody's able to come up, catch the wave. It's just kind of equal farming, pretty standard lane assignment. How does this happen? I think Genji saw Inspired in that brush. I don't know how they... I think that reaches, but barely. I don't know. TV behind from Jensen. This looks very PSG favored. Jensen still has 1 item, but it's not fully stacked. Rumble can move down with ult. Azir's in base with TP. Does he have any wards for to TP? He could TP here. Could TP here. Could turn into a 4v5 after this first pick. Forgot has first move. That could be... Oh, he has a ward right here. Yeah. Yeah. They take the 1 kill, they move out. They take, off this, they take Herald. Again, FlyQuest is very much just trying to scale, try and cut their losses as much as possible. They still have Jensen on his 1 item. They have Masu on his 1 item. They're realistically waiting for like 2-3 core items, and then they want to fight. Whereas like J4's on like a huge power spike with the Thunder Sky. Azir is super strong. Senna is super strong. She's at 70 souls already. She's gonna hit like 100 souls at this pace, or at this pace she's gonna hit like 100 souls by 20 minutes. I don't know. Their support is also very far ahead. Caught warding, has to burn cleanse. That's a little bit sloppy. again, PSG is so willing to fight at every possible turn right now. Dead Rumble. I'm not quite sure what the plan from Inspired was. Other than this guy's griefing, he shouldn't be here. Yeah, he doesn't have a teammate anywhere. His support's on recall. Jensen's bot with no TP. Jinx, I think, is farming the wave down here. So she'd have to drop wave, but Azir has first move. They have first move. They're about to take turret. I'm not quite sure why he's going in on this. Yeah, Masu's just zoned off by Azir. He can't even like enter from this area. It's like a pretty shit rumble, but it's whatever. They get turret off that as well, and they can turn back to Herald. They have TP to answer bot lane? They don't. They're gonna lose bot lane turret, but they don't even go back on Herald. That's odd. I would have thought that they would go back, but yeah, I don't know why they're answering the bot lane turret. It's already taken. This should not happen. Yeah, this is just like a one fight for Inspired because they have the Hex Gate coming in from the Senna, or the J4, and then the Senna behind her. But if Jensen just flashes like a human being and doesn't get hit with the ultimate, or the Azir ult, like if he flashes to the side, if he flashes like in front, I don't know. He flashes to the side. He literally flashes into the Azir ult. It's a 1-for-1. Flash is gonna back off. They might get to they're just also dead. This guy's also dead because he got hit with the Sonic Q. What the fuck? Okay. That was, everybody lost their fingers, but I think that's still good for FlyQuest because they're pretty even scaling. Their Jinx is just in the mid lane catching waves. Bwipo's getting extremely strong up in the top lane, taking the turret. Jensen got the turret. I'm unsure why they didn't just concede this turret, keep playing hard onto top side, and then taking the Rift Herald and potentially breaking mid with it. But it's just eating into literally fog of war. I don't know how this happened. Why is he up here with no... They just saw that they have no vision on this side of the map. Oh wait, what the fuck? Actually, no, I'm wrong. That's a red side. How the fuck did this happen? They got a shit ton of vision. I fucking hate replays. Also, Seraph's Embrace is finished by Tulia now. Yeah, I don't know why he's this far pushed up with his teammates on the other side of the map. They're trying to take Herald and he's just pushed up for no reason. He's the Tomcat has, yeah, I don't fucking know. I'm trying to figure out a reason why this Rumble is so far pushed up, but I just can't think of one. Like, he pushed in this wave, and then he should just, like, back off and recall. Maybe he was trying to do that? I don't know. I can't tell you because there's a fucking replay in the way. But Azir will push another wave. Woody can stay on this wave as well, and they're just going to take Herald. Yeah, why? Okay, so he... What the fuck? Oh, he tries to stay for that wave. He's weak side. He should just ult the wave. And, like... I don't fucking know. Yeah, he flashes the Urgot ult. And then just gets chased down by Jensen. I don't know. He's just way too pushed up. Like, he's literally here when his teammates are up here. So he's just got no help. It's not the worst time to die. It's just unnecessary. They're going to play for Dragon. They come in, get the mid-wave clear, then they're going to walk in through here. This is the most important brush when controlling the objective, especially from this side. If you get control over this brush with like a control word or just like sweeped it and stuff, you can either position your mage in here, like Azir, and then like kill them when they come into this choke, or kill them here. You get free access to the mid-wave. At the beginning of the new map changes, I thought this was really, really important. This brush right here, the banana. But if you get control over this brush, you get this banana for free. So you can usually just like play first line here with like a control ward, punish them when they come in here and here with like the Azir or the Senna. You can even drop like a Rumble ult on their face. And if that fails, then you can like line up here. Let me open up Epic Pen. Okay, so you can like control word over here. Oh, that's not a C. In this brush, and then if they start walking in through here, you can have like a sand soldier here, sand soldier here. You just like cross over them. You can have it like over here, especially if this is control warded. If they try and walk up to ward, then Junjia can EQ and then ult them here. Drop a Rumble ult on their face here. It's like very, very hard to play. They also have the Senna with 88 souls. That's like close to like, I think that's like 620 range. That's like insane range. So it's like this type of shit. So she can like position here with the Tom Kench on her and like literally poke them from like this. They were going for the Yomu second. What I'd also like to see is the, what's it called? The big one, the rapid fire cannon second. I think that's like super fucking good on Senna, especially with this item, because your Q doesn't consume the rapid fire cannon. So you can just like Q with the rapid fire with that item, apply the, I think it's like 6% bonus damage with all your stuff, and then like again drop a Rumble ult, have the Azir soldiers, like it just amplifies all your damage. And then if they try and hard commit on you, like with the Sejuani ult, with this, or like try and like wall or something, which they don't have, or with the Nautilus ult, you just have the Tom Kench to eat you. And it's so hard to play. So another thing to note is they have the control word. Fly has the control word in this brush. That gives them like full access of this entire like back of the pit area, and so they could always like try and 50-50 off that. So they need to pull the dragon. What I'd like to see is like, again, I'd like to see the Azir here, and like prepping the like sand soldiers here and here. I'd like to see like Senna and Tom Kench on this, and then maybe the Rumble and Jangia on this, and they just like pull it. They also need like wards on like the bottom side of the pit, and then they just don't allow FlyQuest to enter. Azir TP's mid, he clears the wave. FlyQuest is giving up the dragon, it looks like. They're trying to like get a little bit out of it, but it looks like they're going to give. They've have their Jinx on the mid wave. Azir's clearing the mid wave. The mid wave is pushing in. That's sort of bad for FlyQuest, but they did for that give first move, so they're going to try and like walk into here. What they need to do here is Azir's walking in. They just need their like carries to like play back, and like the front line be here, carries be here. Just throw spells at whoever enters over here and here. Focus Inspired because he has the smite. Because the carries are so far detached here that you can basically get free hits onto the front line. Like Senna should be free hitting right now. Woody jumps in for some fucking reason. Support players should be put to death. I don't understand what the thought process here, other than this guy's overextended, he's going to die. I don't understand. Inspired throws ult on him. That's good for the combat. That allows Senna a lot of space. I think Rumble should probably just ult here in this corridor to get the carries fucked. Azir also should be moving in. Azir can like heavily pinch this side of the fight. Yep, the Rumble ult comes in. They kite back. And then, like I was saying, the side of PSG, they control so much of this space. The control ward is in here now. They control this entire brush. They control this entire choke point. The carries are back here. It's like such a split fight that they just end up backing off. They could have fought more, especially with the Nautilus ult. But I guess they were just a little bit too afraid and didn't want to like flip the entire game off of this. I think they honestly probably could have fought and like potentially contested this dragon. They catch mid wave. Are they walking over this at all? So they don't know that they're there. I don't know why they're playing to the top side of the lane, other than they want to try and poke down the Nautilus who's going onto the control ward. But they're playing top side of the lane when they know that their two laners are there, and then Rumble cannot move fast enough to intervene if there's people in this side of the jungle. They have no vision anywhere over here. So there could be people everywhere here, but they walk up. Inspired does not have R. Blippo does. Nautilus has R. Nautilus should just probably drop... I would guess Nautilus should probably just drop ult on Betty. It forces the eat, and then they could play for a different play, and then that's Nautilus ult for Tom Kench ult. Yeah. But instead, he flash hooks the wall. So, that's awesome. And then the play is neutralized. Again, support players should be put to death. I am a support player. Wait 1 second. Sorry, figuring out food. Yeah, now they're finally breaking mid. They have it down enough where with the center range and the Rift Herald, they can drive it in. Now they're going to go for the second charge. This is a bit risky. Inspire's here with Smite. So they could just, like, you know, have a Jinx auto plus a Smite onto it, and then it just dies. But instead they got the charge off. Just, yikes. I kind of like this ward by Busio right here. It dodges a lot of like common sweep angles where they'll sweep this brush into this one. It also dodges like this into, like if you walked like this to this or like this to this. Yeah, it just dodges a lot of like common sweeps. Dodges the control ward in here, dodges the control ward in here, dodges the control ward in here. Like it's a pretty good ward. Yep, catches them walking in. They clear the control ward. The control ward here. This is what I'm talking about, where everybody needs to control the mid lane brushes walking in. Because if you control this brush, you get this brush for free. Is he just walking into the Sejuani? He is. He's just walking into the Sejuani. He's gonna have to flash this. Oh, he's just dead. He's just dead. Dude, support players are so fucking bad. They have to ult the Rumble wave, or Rumble ult the wave, so that they don't take mid turret. And then Junjia goes in. Maybe they can fight this? But Rumble ult is gone. Maple is here. Their carries are, like, Jinx should fucking open up this fight. Like, Jinx and Jensen are so turbo. Like, he has flash ult, so maybe he can try and, like, drift in and flash ult one of these, but, like, that's, like, a faker miracle play. Like, front to back here is, like, really bad. I don't understand this at all. They just move in and they get Baron for free now. Because it's jungler down, support down. If they walk in, then... Yeah, okay, wait. Let's back up. They have the control ward in here and in here. They see them moving in. Jensen's just going to walk in, throw spells at them. If the Betty or Maple walks too forward, Nautilus is just going to ult them. Look, Nautilus is on with ult. Jensen should also still be poking. And then it's just gone. What do you... TP's on the Nautilus. Fucking hell. Dude. I don't understand. He also dies. Like, now they get mid turret for free on the next wave. Like, dude. They just back off. Then they could reset, play for Dragon in 20 seconds. They have Hex Gates, so that they're not super behind. I don't understand. I don't understand a lot of this. Maybe there's something I'm missing, but a lot of this just seems like shit plays. I've heard some people say like, oh, he just feels unkillable, so he should go. I don't think you ever TP on a war or on this, with the like Talia with WE with Inspired who can like just Q you and like W and like instantly kill, with Nautilus who still hasn't used ult yet. Like I don't understand. You have like no fighting abilities. You have Tahm Kench ult, but if Tahm Kench is the one dying, you can't Tahm Kench ult to Tahm Kench. Like Senna ult is down, Janjia ult is down. The only thing left is like a zero ult. Like even just like looking for the fight is bad. So it goes from like a wasted TP into 2 deaths. Nice. Like realistically, you should go, okay, they're taking this is gone. Like maybe we can defend here, but more importantly, we want to see it send like as many or as little people here as possible to defend, and then we want to like get deep wards in their jungle so that we can spot them coming into the dragon. But now they have no wards coming into dragon. They're conceding this dragon. They just like donated over 2 kills plus a Baron. Like it's such a bad position. That being said, though, spoilers, PSG wins, and how they win is look at the Senna souls. Because of the early game, Senna is turbo ahead, and they have 6 scrubs. So at this point, like 6 scrubs can push this before like anybody respawns in like 40 seconds, if they have like multiple members and like mid prio. So before FlyQuest does anything, they need to clear this wave, because if they get ace, they're just gonna push down mid. How does this happen? They're looking to defend the Baron push. Yeah, they just get ulted. Rumble comes down, but it's too late. Azir is backing. They come out of the Tahm Kench ult in. Now the Senna can open up with the frontline backline of this, so that they basically cut the fight in half with like these 3 members against these 3 members, and then these 2 against these 2. But the thing is, Masu can also go over here, and then if he gets the reset, then he can open up on the other side of the map, or if he gets the reset here, he can open up. It's a very like razor's edge type of position. Yeah, Urgot ult comes in. Busio flashes out. What does Janjia do? Why is he on over there now? He EQs, he hits the... Who is this? Jensen? No, Jensen's here. Popo, Masu... I guess this is the... What's it called? Inspired. But he's just dead. He's getting turbo hit by the Jinx. Yeah, then Jinx just opens up. That's a good snipe. The biggest thing that I've learned from this game is, oh my god, Betty is the only human on this team. Betty and Janjia. Maple's, yeah. Okay, they got the mid prio, then they're off reset, and the Baron comes up in 30 seconds, or is the no, the Baron's fading in 30 seconds. What's the next objective from FlyQuest? I guess it's probably to break this, but they might also just be content with farming up to the next dragon. They can get IE onto Jinx for the next dragon. They can get what's it called? Crypt Bloom on Jensen. They can get 3 items on Bwipo. Like, he's going to be unkillable. They're practically just like farming, and then if a chance is given to them, then they can go for it. Another thing that they might be trying is they might be trying to burn summoners. Like, they might try and like pick a little small skirmish and then blow summoners so that the next fight is easier. Okay. So first objective is the Baron coming up in a minute 30. They're fighting over this side of the jungle. Yeah, they're looking to push onto the turret here and just like siege. Maple has TP up soon, it looks like. And then Jensen's on midwave. He has ultimate, so he can move in a couple seconds. They snap onto Bwipo, burn his flash. They burn inspired ultimate. Maple sees that play, says, okay, my teammates are strong enough up here. I'm going to push over here. This makes Jensen respond with his TP. I think he probably also could have taken this turret because he has the 6 grubs and Nash's Tooth. So he does a ton of damage to turrets. He could have just like taken it in Jensen's face, dodged the W, and then just like gotten out. He knows that the whole team is up here and they could not be bot side yet. I guess he's like concerned that there's wards by FlyQuest in the jungle here, which would allow Bwipo to TP over. I don't know. Yeah, I guess he's just not like running the risk because he really doesn't want to die. Because if he dies here, then he is not alive for the fight preemptively. Like, if he dies here, they lose all control over this area and then cannot contest prior to the Baron, so his teammates like have a hard time walking up. I think death timer's like 30 seconds right now, and it takes 20 seconds normally, but there are hex gates. But yeah, so he's just going to recall. He TPs on the midwave to get control. Okay. So, in this position, they have the Azir turret here, which means that FlyQuest either needs to fight this Azir turret here, or they can walk into here, or they can walk all the way up here and then here. So they're going to try and like hide in this brush. If anybody walks up, then they can go on them. They do have... Oh, they don't have Rumble. What the fuck? They have Senna ult at least to get on that. And yeah, there's no inspired ult from earlier up here. There is there's like a bunch of other ults though, so I don't know. It seems pretty even. The Jinx has Flash and Ghost. The Senna can free hit because she has full summoners plus Tahm Kench ult. Yeah, they're just gonna hold this area. Okay, they took down the turret, which means that they can enter... now if they're going for the Baron, they can enter through here, they can enter through here, which does open up a lot. They don't have a lot of vision control over these brushes, they just have person control. And they see all 5 members. I assume that these are swept. I did not look for that. At this point, FlyQuest is going to probably try and push this wave and then move into the bot side and take over the dragon and saying, okay, if you want Baron, we're going to take the soul point. And they're probably also not going to allow them to take it for free. Oh, they're pressuring the mid tower too first. I think this point in the game, this mid tower is pretty fucking fake. It has like 2k HP. I think you just let it die. You can I think you just let this one die. You realistically, you want to like stay in this area anyways because this turret is not useful. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the whole like committing hard for this turret. If they're going to take this turret, I think you use that opportunity to get prio on like this side of the map or on this side of the map. Commit to whichever side you would like to take the objective for. And so they fight it, and the turret goes down anyways. So they burn Tahm Kench ult, they burn Senna ult, and Tahm Kench flash? Did that happen now? Yeah, Tahm Kench has the flash ult. For what? You got Masu Ghost? I don't think this is worth it all. Now they have to reset their jungler before the objective. They just conceded all prio. They lose the mid prio again, and now FlyQuest can walk into the bottom side of the map, clear all the wards, get prio. They take the red buff on the Jarvan, but he's still super low. Rumble goes bot side while his team tries to this. Now he's responding to this. But if this was the play all along, then why is the Rumble bot side? Obviously to like clear this wave, but I don't know. He goes before anybody could even show on the wave. They have the info here, so that they have to walk in with this, but nobody showed. So I don't quite understand why Rumble walked out of base on this instead of just walking here. Now he's going to be late to the fight. Yeah, they start doing the Baron. Bubba shows with the Q, and this is a swept brush. Yeah, now they just have to concede all area here because Rumble's too far away. It's a 4v5. Joji is already so slow or so low that, like, again, if they give Masu a reset, he's just gonna carry the fight. Yeah. PSGs just aren't allowed to do anything. They get mid control again for Fly. They take the bot wave. Jensen has wall, even though he doesn't have TP, but he can TP from mid wave, and he has the Talia passive, so he can be there in literally like half the time. He clears another wave. They clear mid wave. They clear mid wave, and they're going to try and do the same play again, where they move into this area and like threaten to take Baron if they move into the bot side. But this time, Whippo is sitting in this brush on a control ward, I think. They see Jensen, so they should know that they know what's up, because they see Jensen and the way that he's posturing. They know that they're moving towards Baron. They clear this. Whippo backs up. They check Baron with the ult. They see that they're not on Baron, and this gives them the green light to, okay, they're not on Baron. You know, we're just going to move back into the bot side and try and take control again. We're going to clear mid wave so they can't do anything, and then this time we're going to move into bot side, I think. You can already see Inspired moving in. He's trying to clear the wards. Oh, no, he doesn't have super. They go into Whippo. I think they're just going, okay, if we keep playing this cat and mouse game, we're eventually just going to get out-stealed. We need to do something. He full sends it onto Whippo. They ult. They get Masu with the ult. Jensen's like sort of cut off, but he's just going to walk around or walk this way if he drops the ult. Masu's like fully insulated from all the threats here and here, while their backline is threatened. Did he have to cleanse? Yeah. This is a heavily favored fight for FlyQuest, I think. Yeah, Nautilus ult onto the Senna. Masu backs up instead of positioning forward. I guess it's to not have the Jarvan EQ flash on him, or the Maple like WE flash, but I feel like he could have squeezed a bit more. But he's just playing front back, pretty standard. How did this happen? They just don't get any damage off because their carries are sectioned off, I guess. And Busio, does he Q into the wall? What happens here? He's still positioning forward. He has no R, and he has flash, but he's like trying to go forward while Inspired is flashing out. He's just not on the same page as the rest of the people that want to kite back. Yeah, and then he dies for it. Jensen tries to fight back, but these two are already, like, Jensen and Whippo are trying to get back, reset, and then Whippo has TP, and then Inspired has Hex Gate, so they are going to try and, like, I don't know, contest the second one, not give over both. Meanwhile, Busio's trying to go back, Jensen's trying to, like, engage. Masu's also trying to, like, no, Jensen's not trying to engage, but he's trying to get damage off. And Masu's over here. Whereas, like, the call should just be drop Busio and then just everybody get out. But we'll see. That's not. Yeah, they do, at least. Oh, Jensen hits them away, which is good, instead of hitting them towards. And because of that, now these two need to recall, and they got the full control again. And now they can just like snap onto the Baron. They got good Baron damage because Azir has 3 items, and Senna is just ridiculous at this point. They try and take mid control, but they can't actually contest the Baron because the Urgot and the Sejuani are off, so they end up trading the Dragon for the Baron. I just don't think Masu and Jensen are on the same page as like Busio and Inspired in this play. Because Busio and Inspired are going in. Sejuani is pressing Q, and Busio is R'ing onto this, and Masu and Jensen are on Genjia. So the fight is split. The 2 frontliners are going in on the back line, whereas like their DPS is on the Jarvan, who is EQing out. And they get sectioned even more, where Masu is under no threat, but goes to the back line. He has a... what's it called? Nautilus on him. He has a Sejuani. Like, he can get EQ ulted, like Azir ulted, but at that point, you just need to learn to flash that. Like, he does no damage this entire time. Meanwhile, Maple is free hitting after this. Senna can free hit onto Inspired. Meanwhile, Master's getting no damage off. Jensen's getting no damage off. And the fight is lost. And I don't think either of the plays are bad. I think you just need to commit to one. Like, if the play is, okay, we're going to dive the Senna, we're going to get her like summoners, we're going to try and like do that, then Masu and Jensen need to go into that. But if not, then Inspired needs to save Q. Like, Busio can ult the Senna, just bring them out of the fight, and then like focus the front line. It just needs to be one page. Now with Baron, they're going to play 4 on mid lane, 1 on bot lane. They're going to try and siege both outer turrets. They get mid prio, then they use that to try and move into bot side. They're going to try and contest the mid wave again early. They got the bot lane. Can they also get the mid lane? They get ulted on. Rumble ult comes down immediately, I think. Did I see that? No. Tom Kench ult is available, so the Nautilus ult onto the Senna doesn't do much because Nautilus is just going to eat her. Senna ult comes down. Like, this looks like a good fight, except for this turret is going down instantly, and then it becomes like a pretty even fight. So Senna needs to attack this one more time, and then it dies. Genjia goes in on Inspired, it looks like, to just kind of like section him off and stopping him. He's basically just peeling for the Senna. Maple is on the other side where he can just like open up. Bwipo is spotted and sectioned off. Genjia goes a little bit too deep. How did that happen? Did he try and EQ flash onto the Masu? Oh, he ults onto Masu. I guess he's trying to blow his flash, but at this point, like, your Senna is so far back. Like, I don't understand the play here of trying to engage when your Azir is on this side of the wall. He can't follow up on this. Your Senna is about to be Nautilus ulted, and the Tahm Kench is right here, so if there's any threat on her, she will just eat it. So realistically, you should just be like playing here, trying to like kite back, and then like once Senna is freed, once Azir is freed, then you're chilling. You might want to like attack the front to back, or just the real objective is you're just trying to get the turret. Rumble is moving in. You don't want, like, Rumble isn't even here yet, so they're fighting a 4v5, and he goes that far deep while both of his carries are already gone. It's just like a bad read on the fight, I think. Yeah, good snipe by Masu. He threw it a little bit far to this side, but he walks onto it anyways, so. Yeah, now your jungler is dead for the next couple of seconds. Luckily there's no objective up other than Baron and... Oh, Baron's fading, but you just conceded all your siege power. Like, you can't push top lane, you can't do much more. Yeah. I think FlyQuest is a little bit overextended here. They think that since it's a 4v5, they can like contest and stuff, but Rumble ult is still up, Azir ult is still up, Devour is still up, Senna can play aggressively. Meanwhile, like, they have no ultimates on this side aside from Blippo. Yeah. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world, but again, instead of doing this, they could have gotten prio for the next objective. Like, they could have gotten like vision on this side of the jungle or on this side. Probably this side, because the what's it called? The red buff is coming up, so they could play for like trying to contest global red, or they can play for contesting the turret here. So what I would have liked to see is just like clear the wave, head into this side, clear out all the wards, place your own wards, reset, and then try and play for like that off respawn. Fucking replays. They're pinging this side because there might be people, and then they drop the word and say that their red buff is still there. So they know they're not bush camping that side, so they're able to like contest here. To get some deep wards into this jungle, and they have to back up. They're going to send their Rumble up to catch this. They take the global red. They can see their global blue, though. So because Rumble has to answer this, and he has no TP, they feel confident enough to send, it looks like all 5 members. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and then Talia has R. So all 5 members to contest the global blue. I think that's like a really good response play. He gets this red buff, but it doesn't really matter much. Like, I think they still have it up for Dragon, which is good. I should learn the timings of how long red buff and blue buff last for. But. Alright, PSG want to contest this next mid wave and then move in through here. Rumble is hiding off vision. They put down the Azir turret. Now they're fighting them so that they can't walk into like this area. I think this is good. Rumble ult was a little bit early. Urgot gets caught by the... What happens here? Okay. So Inspired is here. Busio's here. Jensen and Masu are protected by Whippo. Masu is in here with Flash, but he's out of the Rumble ult. They hit them with the Senna ult, then Whippo gets extremely low. Inspired is beefing with Maple up on the top side. Busio is over here, I guess, trying to look for like a Flash ult and like a hook combo into somebody. Maybe on Maple. Again, the duo of Busio and Inspired are so cut off from the rest of the team. Because Inspired and Busio are trying to zone him out of the fight, but then this side is getting just absolutely deleted. Rumble. Ignite. What the fuck? Did Rumble flash in? Am I smoking crack? I am smoking crack. Now the health wars are bad on this side. These two need to link up with the rest of the team and just like fight as 5. But the control over the objective is not terrible. Jensen needs to, again, throw spells. Just heavily poke them. Did Busio just hook in? He just did. Okay. Okay. I don't know, man. Like, he hooks in. The rest of the team is here trying to back off when he should be like rejoining the team or backing off with Inspired. Inspired's like, what the fuck? He hooked in? Do I have to like help with this? I have no R. Like, I can't help. If I go into here, the Azir's just gonna kill me. Blippo dies, like, and this is like the point that I was getting with the 6 grubs is if this fight goes badly, we'll see in a second. Here, let me unpause for a few seconds. 55-second death timers on Urgot. They have the mid prio through this, and now they have Senna. They have what's it called? They have Azir. On this mid wave, they can just end. Or they can like push into the base, potentially take like 1 turret, and if the fight literally ends right here, everything they disengage, they just go mid, they can still take like inhib turret plus inhib plus maybe this, and then also get soul point. But of course Busio dies more. They chase Masu. They start the dragon. Fucking replacement. Okay. So it looks like they then... I'm looking at the little camera thing on the bottom. It looks like FlyQuest is moving over to Baron to try and get Prio on that. Oh, they just started. It's spotted by PSG. Okay, I think this is a bit early for the Talia ult, because usually you want to Talia ult them off when you're trying to finish the objective, but the Baron is like barely touched. It's like here out of like that, and it's only Masu on this. Let's see. Yeah, and Jensen's now cut off from the rest of the team. Junjia could full send it if Ozzy was here more, and like force Jensen flash, and that would require the rest of the team to come help. Oh shit, the Baron got shredded. What the? I'm lying. Oh, they come out of the replay and it's there. Jesus Christ. I guess Blippo... Oh, shit. I didn't realize. Blippo had Black Cleaver. So it's just burning down the dragon so they can... Or the Baron. They can just, like, have the two of them. No, it actually is a good wall. Because instead of it being here, it was here. And I couldn't see. Yeah, like they're just playing for finish and then getting out, I think. Yeah, playing for finish. Okay. I don't know. Okay. I'm unsure what the hook in is for. They're playing for the turn, but they have already blown Sejuani ult. And then they have full stuff, so that Senna can just like open up. Senna is back here. This is like really good front to back positioning from PSG. Oh, Rumble gets caught though. Yeah. The Stark's gauge gets popped. Yeah, they just want to get out. That was almost a good pick. Jinx is so fucking strong right now, though. She's full build. They want to fight this next dragon so badly. Senna's now 170 souls. Jesus. Plus LDR. Okay, let's send it. They're just trying to take the turret here. That's a horrible rumble. What? Did I miss something? You also see the disconnect of Masu from the rest of the team right here, where Inspired and Bwipo are going up to like create space and for the Jinx to take the turret, and Masu's backing up. Like when Bwipo's walking up here and Inspired is looking to ult, Masu should be walking up and hitting. That's a horrible rumble ult. Yeah, you. Yeah, no, they just don't get the turret. Watch the mid wave. Okay, they got Prio on the dragon. Comes up. They're gonna move into mid lane, attack the turret. Ah, shit. Alright, I need to go. I'll finish this later.